Well, number one, 70 to 90% of founders' wealth sits inside their business. So if you built up a business, that's where your wealth sits. In many cases, I'm an employee of Netbank. My wealth, in a big way, sits in the income that I generate over my what I call economic value while I'm earning income, and that's how we specifically then build our wealth over time. In your case, it sits inside your business. But the most important part that a lot of our clients and entrepreneurs do not realize is that this wealth that you have in your business is directly linked to your estate. You can't separate the two. And that's where, in many cases, our advice to clients is you need to have those in order. You can't have a business and a will, and the two do not talk to each other. Because remember, I've mentioned to you, yes, you can rule from the grave, but if that is not in place, you can't rule from the grave. So that's a very, very important part. And I think that's one of the biggest areas that you'll also see that I write out in articles when it goes out into the press that almost leaves me awake at night, is that there's not the understanding of small business and entrepreneurs that there's a direct link between your estate and your business. In many cases, it leaves the heirs to a specific or the beneficiaries of a estate, in many cases, in dire straits due to the fact that this was not put into place. Reality two, business depends heavily on the founder, um, not to mention the family. In many cases, you've started the business, you sit with the IP, you sit with the contacts, you sit with the idea, and in many cases, you sit with the energy and the drive to start that business. So heavily dependent on the founder, and that founder, the founder's family is also very dependent on that founder or the person that started the business. And reality three, and in many cases causes a lot of anxiety around individuals that benefit from an estate, is that when a individual, a founder or a business owner passes away, you potentially are sitting in a scenario that an estate is freezed. A estate will actually cause bank accounts to be frozen unless provision is made. In many cases, there's a direct link that it actually starts as soon as there is a death certificate that's provided to an institution to say, we've got a person that passed away. Those accounts are frozen. They are blocked because it's illegal for an individual, unless there's continuity put in place, to actually access those accounts. And then from there, reality four, it really means there's potentially a liquidity shortage. Liquidity shortage in the sense of running the business on a day-to-day basis, paying salaries, paying suppliers, and that really becomes a problem. So I think the most important part here, what I'm trying to get across to you, is with preparation, success becomes, without the preparation, your success really becomes fragile. So you've started your own business, becomes a very successful business, but that can be wiped out very, very quickly if you're not prepared for this, because it can mean that it actually moves out very, very quickly and can have an actual impact.